Hi friends. Welcome to the YouTube channel DM Info Videos. We are here today with an interesting new video to enlighten the viewers. Continue watching this video till the end so that anybody will come to know about the much unfamiliar information and wait eagerly for the episodes to publish regularly. Please like and comment, share, subscribe and tap the bell icon for receiving the notifications on the upcoming videos. Trust that everyone must have watched the previous videos that were published. If not, please click the links given below to know them and share. Episode 10. In this episode, we will learn about energy materials, their forms and researches. It will speak in this video with an introduction, various forms and characteristics, research and developments, working how, economic considerations of the energy materials, and apotheosis. Introduction. The word energy material is used to define any material which can react to release energy. Energy represents the ability to do work. Energy materials surround us with a broad class of materials with a high amount of stored chemical energy. Energy materials can play a role in reducing the power consumption or efficiency of existing devices. These may have applications to adopt in energy conversion or transmission. It is essential to know about all the available forms of energy to have a better understanding. Forms of energy. The different forms of energy known today include light energy, sound energy, gravitational energy, potential energy, kinetic energy, surface energy, mechanical energy, electrical energy, magnetic energy, thermal energy, and chemical energy. Light. The light produced by natural, the sun, and artificial sources, a light bulb, candle, etc., is the source for the living beings on this planet. Sun is the natural source of light, which is a star in the solar system that emits light and heat because of nuclear fusion that takes place every moment in its core. The modern world uses sunlight, solar power, to generate electricity. Sound. The sound is produced by resonance or vibrations. We hear the sound because the air creates sound waves that strike the eardrum, which vibrates. The vibrations of the eardrum lead to our hearing and feel the surrounding. Sound waves are generated at a speed of 340 meters per second in the air and travel to a far distance. In thunder. During rain, a significant clash among clouds in the sky reaches the land and vibrates to produce a huge sound. Gravity. It is an energy that represents energy created by a mass falling. It refers to the gravitational force of the Earth. Potential energy. It is the energy stored in a body that is kept in a position. Water stored in a reservoir is a kind of potential energy. Kinetic energy is the energy that is produced by a body due to its motion. Any mass object that moves from one direction to another or rotates has kinetic energy. Water released from a dam through penstock has kinetic energy to produce electricity. Surface energy. There is an energy created between the molecules of solids or liquid under friction. Grinding stones produce batter from food grains. Mechanical energy is produced by using and operating the fundamentals of pulley and lever between two or more objects. Lathe machine working with variable speed, running of a motor vehicle at different rates. Electrical energy is the energy stored in charged particles in an electric magnetic field. Charged particles are creating electric energy when exerting force on other charged particles in a magnetic field. Magnetic energy. It is the energy. It is produced by the attraction, distraction of the north and south poles of a magnet. It is used from the operation of small toys to hydroelectric power plants on a large scale. Thermal energy. Heat is a form of thermal energy which makes a cool object warm. Heat can transfer in three different ways. The heat transfer will stop when both things have the same temperature. Convection. It transfers heat through fluids such as liquids and gases, water, air, etc. When air is heated, it becomes less dense, and it starts moving up. Cooler air becomes dense and starts moving down. The hot sun makes the air lighter in the oceans and induces the formation of clouds. The clouds move along with the wind and at night get cooled and coming down in the rain. Conduction. It transfers heat between two objects, from one particle to another. When a milk pot with milk is heated, the body transfers the heat to particles of milk. Milk gets the heat and boils to a high temperature. Radiation. It is the transfer of energy by using electromagnetic waves. It works without the presence of matter. And this is why we can feel the radiation of an object without touching it. We can feel the heat of sun without touching it. A material that conducts heat well is called a conductor. Metals are a good example here. A material that works heat poorly, opposite to the conductor, is called an insulator, wool, plastic, glass, etc. Chemical energy is the energy released while a substance or material is put to changes chemically. A candle is a flammable solid substance. When the candle comes into contact with a flame, a chemical reaction occurs. The candle melts, produce light and heat. Researches and developments as the worldwide energy demand is rapidly growing, and availability of limited reserves of fossil fuels and associated environmental concerns, it is critical to improve and develop technologies for sustainably producing, converting, storing, transmitting, and utilizing energy. The efficient and sustainable generation, storage, transmission and use of energy is the main challenge to our society in the 21st century, and one in which physics plays a vital role. We use devices and systems like computers, electricity, solar cells or batteries. The efficiency, transmission, and energy storage in them are still lower than the theoretical limits of physics. At the same time, the field of physics provides a context for exciting science as it creates opportunities for conceiving and testing new physical principles and paradigms that use energy in novel, more efficient ways. It is a highly interdisciplinary field of physics with close links to chemistry, materials science, engineering, and biology. Research in energy materials is broad, spanning from engineering devices. Energetic material includes all from standard fuels like diesel, petrol used to drive vehicles, to potentially high explosives such as gunpowder, dynamite, and TNT. So, the energy of material gets converted and transmitted to another form and saving in cost. How does this work? Natural gas is burnt to generate steam in an electrical power plant or converted into plastic parts for computers. A study was made to find the potential for energy conservation through rising steel recycling. Rising energy prices should not affect recycling because this energy-intensive steel industry was already well aware of its energy cost and maximizing its scrap use. Recycling consumer scrap metals is a twofold problem. Scrap yards hoard the scrap during low demand and reap the profits, while virgin ores do not meet the steel demand. Scrap prices rise sharply in times of high need. The steel companies own the virgin ore resources but not the scrap yards. These companies draw first on the virgin ores and, should steel demand be high enough, turn at the margin to the scrap yards. Research and development in building construction revealed a significant trade-off between energy and labor. 20% of the cost could be saved using light materials, triple glazing and insulation, and adopting energy conservation practices. The first two approaches reduce the lifetime energy cost of the building significantly. It also pointed out that the fresh air use rate in buildings that allowed smoking was 6 times higher than that of buildings that did not. This evidence, along with lower-cost fire insurance and the anti-smoking campaigns, helped the speed of the elimination of smoking inside. Economics. In economic terms, this division is between stocks and flows, between capital goods and perishables. Most of the energy materials, including coal, refined petroleum, natural gas, uranium, stored reservoir waters and biomass, are destined for short residence times in the economy. They are to become flows in the economic system. Some fossil energy is used as lubricants or converted to plastics. The main interest in their low deterioration content, the readily available energy in these materials. Most metals are considered capital goods in buildings and machines and stay in the system for a long time. It depends on good maintenance and changes in technology that may reveal them obsolete. The conservation policies depend on the time constant of the materials and consider as flows in the system. These flows would get reduced by conservation policies that focus on substitution, reuse, recycling or changes in consumer demand. Both direct and indirect energy need to supply a unit of goods or services and provide a technique in filtering out the hierarchy of demand for specific materials in economics. This information enabled ERG to compare the total energy costs of alternative means for meeting the needs of consumers, the government and the private sector. These results pointed the way towards more significant energy conservation. Apotheosis. According to the law of conservation of energy, we can neither create nor destroy energy. Energy can only be transformed or transferred from one to another. Many energy resources that we use every day are both eco-friendly and harmful. So it is necessary to control the use of harmful resources and start using eco-friendly, renewable energy resources in the long run and save this planet from ruin. Thank you, viewers, for sparing your valuable time and watching energy materials on this YouTube channel. DM Info Videos. It must have enhanced the understanding of the subject in engineering, placed everyone in a new light of exposure, and inspire us to learn more. Else, online technology helps us repeatedly viewing to get the benefit. Keep watching the videos regularly that are published on this channel. Would you please share and subscribe for more fabulous inspiration? Thanks again and wishes to prosper ever.